Fox body Mustang was produced over 15 years ago and was quickly made popular by its engine, the 302 cubic inch 5-litre Mustang. The pushrod 5-litre was replaced in 1996 by a 4.6-litre modular motor. Mustang enthusiasts thought the 5-litre was lost. That was until another 15 years later when it was reborn with nearly twice the horsepower as the original 5-litre. This is the 2011 Mustang GT. When Ford released their 5-litre 2011 Mustang, they let everybody know that they weren't playing around, because let's face it, in 2010 they were behind the curve when it comes to the muscle car wars, but for 2011 they've jumped to the head of the pack. 412 horsepower off the showroom floor. That's a lot, but as most muscle car owners know, sometimes factory horsepower just isn't enough. And that's why ProCharger have just released their first to market air-to-air intercooled supercharger system. And here at Power TV, we were the first to get our hands on it and install it with a helical gear system. What does that mean? Over 600 horsepower that you can barely hear. So the first thing we need to do is get our baseline numbers for our version 2011 Mustang. Now with a claimed 412 horsepower at the crank, I'm guessing we're probably going to see 345, 350 at the wheels. Sean, what do you reckon?
I'm pretty optimistic. I'm still only giving it about 340.
All right, Mark?
It is pretty hot out, but I'm going to say 355.
Well, looks like we've got a bet. All right, so the final numbers are in, and with 359 horsepower to the wheels, it looks like Mark gets the cookie this time around. So let's get this thing off the dyno, go and take a look at the ProCharger kit. One of the biggest worries for new car owners is having to hack up their brand new car to make a lot of power. ProCharger has gone to great lengths with their new 5-litre kit to ensure that you don't have to do any of that, and that includes fitting the air-to-air intercooler. This kit is designed to fit perfectly under the stock hood without cutting anything, including that great new 5-litre engine cover. The other great feature is the dedicated Supercharger drive system that keeps the stock belt system untouched, and the ProCharger powered from the crank pulley adapter that is a direct bolt-on affair. The Supercharger unit ProCharger selected is their patented and proven P1SC1, which is a self-contained unit that doesn't require any external oiling. The version of the P1SC1 we went with is their helical gear set upgrade. This option significantly reduces the Supercharger's noise level for a truly stealth install. The air is delivered through a moulded intake pipe, compressed and forced through ProCharger's front mount intercooler. The driving air cools the air charge through the intercooler as it makes its way into the throttle body. Supplied fuel injectors and an SCT tuner ensures that the additional fuel is added into the mix for spot-on air-fuel ratio numbers. So as you can see behind me, the guys from ProCharger are already getting stuck into the installation. Let's highlight some of the key sections. First, we removed the factory airbox and front bumper. Next, we installed the crank pulley adapter onto the front of the stock crank pulley. ProCharger's custom designed their air-to-air intercooler and intercooler piping specifically for the 2011 Mustang to fit without having to cut a single thing. The kit also includes a blow-off valve that mounts to the left of the intercooler, and the polished Supercharger mounting bracket bolts up perfectly to the pre-existing bolt holes on the engine, making it very easy to mount. After removing the Supercharger drive pulley, the P1SC1 mounts up to the bracket, and the moulded intake tube fits to the Supercharger inlet with the included air filter. Lastly, the kit comes with fuel injectors and a preloaded SCT flash tuner, giving the additional fuel needed while keeping the ignition timing in a safe zone. Within about 4 hours, we had the freshly supercharged 2011 Mustang ready for the dyno. All right, so we got the system installed on the 2011 GT, and just as ProCharger said, it required no cutting whatsoever, and it looks super clean. Now, it took us around 4.5 hours to complete the install with nothing more than a basic set of hand tools. So while you're making your own horsepower predictions, I'm going to guess 480 at the wheels. Sean, Mark, what do you guys reckon?
After my last guess, I'll have to go with you on this one, Buck. 480.
I think we're going to get over 500.
As we looked at the numbers from our dyno jet, we were surprised that we were all wrong, but wrong in a good way. The ProCharger high output system exceeded our expectations by laying down 524 horsepower and 423 torque. That's a gain of over 165 horsepower, or if you break it down, that's 24 horsepower per PSI of boost. So, looks like Mark gets a second cookie. It's amazing how well this ProCharger high output system fits on this 2011 GT. It didn't require any cutting whatsoever and no expensive tools. And best of all, it cruises just like a stock car and it runs flawlessly on California's cheap 91 octane fuel. Best of all, the helical gear set. Now our competition are going to be eating our dust and wondering exactly what's going on under our hood. My name's Bucko, thanks for watching.